My name is Ellen. I'm 23 years old, and I've lived in the South my entire life.
Daddy, who are we going to send it to?
Well, that's when we're just goofing around.
Hey.
That's reason mighty chocolate caramel covered with rich chocolate.
Don't do that. That's rude.
I always knew that I was different when I was growing up because I never really wanted to hang out with any of the girls my age. And I only had guy friends. And, whenever you're a little kid, people don't really think anything of it. But it's as you get older, when people start to have a problem with the way that you act or the way that you dress, if it's not meeting some sort of societal standard.
Daddy, I want to see the tape.
Record.
Daddy, do you think you should do this? Do you think you should do this?
No.
This is my ugly sister. Rude. This is my daddy. He's grouchy.
People in the South boast about this Southern hospitality and how accepting they are. In reality, if you've ever lived here, you know that that's not really true.
No, put it in the hill. Put it in the hill up close to the snake itself. There you go. That'll do it.
What have you girls been planting?
Tomatoes. Yeah, that's delicious.
We were very strongly involved in my local church. As I got older, the people in the church started to disapprove of the way that I would act and the way that I would dress. Eventually, they actually told me that I wasn't allowed back because I was a sinner for not conforming to some sort of biblical standard that my sex should abide by. It was a really isolating experience for me because that's where my community was, that's where my family was. And I wasn't able to be a part of that anymore because I wanted to be who I am. I don't really believe that this Southern hospitality extends to everybody. It doesn't matter if you're family, because my mom and dad definitely didn't accept who my brother or I were becoming as we got older.
This is for the children. We're going to put the kids in here.
That'll work.
We're not going to be putting there. It's for chicken and puppies. Yeah, but why are you going to do it? There's chicken poop all over it.
I've lived my whole life in the South, and there's this term that I've always heard being thrown around. Southern hospitality is a phrase used to describe Southern culture or how nice and welcoming to visitors we're supposed to be. Everybody in the South apparently sits on their front porch all day drinking sweet tea and waving to all the neighbors that drive by. Or at least that's what non-Southerners always say to me. Southern hospitality is about being polite, knowing how to cook a really fucking good meal. Out of all the stereotypes in the world, I'd say that this one's actually pretty nice. A lot of Southern people boast about how nice and accepting they are. Our door's always open. Come over whenever you want. But because of everything that I've experienced living in the South, I know for a fact that Southern hospitality doesn't always extend to everyone. I'll save my coming out story for another day. I used to think that when I was growing up in the South that there was nobody around that was like me. I kind of started to isolate myself from other people as a result because I was just scared about how they would react to me. But on a good note, as I grew up and moved out of town, I've met so many amazing, wonderful queer people, and I've made so many great friends. So for this docu-series, I want to travel the southern states and meet local queer folk and see what their lives are like and what their experiences are like. I just kind of want to meet that lesbian farmer who grows tomatoes or that social worker drag queen in Durham. I know that they're out there. I just have to find them. I guess I just want to document their existence in a place where most queer folk feel invisible to the rest of the world. So today, we're going to meet my longtime friend and old roommate, Rayshawn, who has grown up in the same town as me our whole lives, to see what it was like for him to grow up in the South as a black gay femme, and hear what his experiences were like and how they made him who he is today.
Hi, my name is Rayshawn Jaleel Key. I'm 25 years old. I identify myself as a gay African-American Native American man. I've been here all my life, born and raised here since October 25th, 1993. What I like most about the South is that something about being in the southern parts is that we have like a natural southern charm. You can't find that anywhere. So what I hate most about the South is that it's just the traditional values in general. The South is when it comes to revolutionary changes or at just moving forward as far as revolutions or new things, they can be a little behind with it and sometimes not as embracing. Growing up, for one, I knew that I was different because of the moment whenever I first seen a boy that I took a liking to. It was feelings that I knew that just weren't right. And with the fact of me being born and raised into Southern Baptist church and my family being predominantly Southern Baptist people, and they think that way. So I knew that it was highly frowned upon. And so I just kept it to myself out of fear of being, ridiculed and persecuted by my family. So I just kept it inside and bottled up most of my childhood. And I've learned naturally to just do what people would like for me to do rather than just being happy for who I am and doing what makes me happy. I was always doing what made my family or what pleased my family because I knew that they weren't going to accept the real me. So the church that I grew up in, I played a significant role in the church. I was highly looked up to. Because I was very talented, I sang and I was a worship leader, and I was just a good role model for everyone in the youth group. And I thought that these people are my friends, and everybody there was loving and nice and embracing towards me. I overall kept a secret that I knew that was highly frowned upon, and it was me being gay. And once I came out, I lost the support. I had to step down from being a worship leader. I couldn't even get solos anymore, and overall, I ended up losing a lot of my friends in the youth group. So it resorted to me seeking exile from the church. The reaction whenever I eventually came out to my mother and my sisters was that they knew. They knew I was different. They were just waiting for me to own up to it and to say it. They knew. It's just that my mother didn't want me to be that way. She wasn't ready to accept that. And because she wanted me to be the man of the family and she wanted me to be the one to, she had different ideas on what she wanted her son to overall be. And I wasn't that. I didn't live up to that expectation that she had for me as her only son. So it bestowed upon a lot of resentment that I had towards her, as well as she having resentment towards me. I ended up seeking exile from my family and just becoming the black sheep of my family. I definitely felt like it was best to exile myself because it was all frowned upon. I felt like I disappointed so many people in my life, and I felt like I let a lot of people that were looking up to me down. So I felt like I was a big disappointment. So it was best that I just went away from everyone and just focused on me. My description of Southern hospitality is you welcome people in your home, you take pride in your home, make a good meal, and because I'm a great cook, and you just chaperone a good, nice 4-course meal towards your guests, and you make sure that they leave full and satisfied and, that had a good time at your home. What I feel about Southern hospitality, and as far as does it extend to everyone, it depends on who you are because for me, for instance, I treat people the way I want to be treated because I know that it's not nice. It's just not good to be mean and treat people like, that don't matter. So I always try to make people feel special, and it's just always important, I think, to always show good Southern hospitality or hospitality to anyone in general, because you don't know what day they could be having. You could be that difference in their day. I think through all the bad things or the negative things that happen with me finally stepping out and having the courage to come out of the closet, I still believe that people are good at heart despite what happened to me. And I just still, till this day, will treat people the way they should be treated, because it's not okay to turn on people because of their beliefs or because of their orientation or because of the color of their skin. That doesn't matter. I think that it's important to always make people feel important, like they matter. My life now, as an adult and now being independent and single, I just work hard every day and I take care of my younger sisters and nieces and nephews. My goals and aspirations out of life right now is to just focus on what I love doing most, and that is making people feel special, focusing on my arts and talents of writing, singing, and just making a difference into the world and showing that, yes, I am gay and identify myself as a gay African American, Native American male, but I'm still normal and I can still live a life normally and a good life at that.